I'm Jack from Exodus, and you're listening to Onslaught Radio.
OnslaughtRadio.com. Backstage at Bloodstock.
This is Onslaught Radio. I'm Natalie, and I'm currently backstage at Bloodstock, where I'm talking to Jack from the band Exodus. Hi, Jack. How's it going?
Good.
And you guys have just performed on the Ronnie James Dio stage. How was it for you?
It was great, man. We had a couple technical difficulties, but for the most part, we went out and created a huge dust cloud of, moshness, so it was pretty good.
Well, you've been quite lucky, because usually, notoriously, the UK weather doesn't hold out for anyone, but you guys had an amazing sunshine.
That's right. Yeah, that's funny. Sometimes that happens to us. There's a few times where it's been just pouring down rain, and then all of a sudden the sky opens up, and right when we hit the stage, so whatever, I don't know.
And how did it feel performing for Bloodstock?
It's good. We've wanted to be here for several years now. Just kind of hadn't lined up time-wise, with us and stuff. But yeah, it was great. It was a good show.
And you did Wacken earlier this year, the German festival.
We didn't do Wacken this year. No, we did. We were scheduled to do it originally, and then we ended up not doing it this year. So, but we did it in hell, I don't remember when it was. Several years ago.
And do you find that there's a massive difference between doing sort of the German and the other European festivals to coming over here?
No. I mean, Wacken is big, but that's really the only difference. I mean, we do a lot of the smaller, ones that are about this size, like under 20,000, and they're all kind of the same. It's the same community of people, you know what I mean? So, I don't really see much of a difference.
And obviously, the band's been on hiatus quite a few times. There's sort of been little times where you've kind of disbanded and you've come back again, and you've been around for a little while now. So how's it feeling being sort of back in the band?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's good. I think we're doing, I think we're probably... this incarnation of the band, we've been making some of the best music, I think, that we've made. It stands up to, even some of the classic stuff, that Exodus has done. And, I think as long as we're making worthwhile music, we'll continue to do it, so.
And can you tell me a little bit about your latest release, which came out last year?
Yeah, Exhibit B. It's kind of the follow-up to the album before that, Exhibit A. So it's just the next progression in the Exodus way. It's a little more old school than Exhibit A, a little more guitar harmony stuff. But everything Exodus does is just basically go for the throat, violent fun. You know what I mean? It's all about the crowd and making the crowd react. So.
And what have you guys got in the pipeline for sort of the rest of this year?
We're doing the Sweden Rock Cruise in, I think it's the beginning of October, and then we'll be back over here in Europe again to do the Thrash Fest, which is November into December, like up to Christmas time. So
pretty busy for you guys.
Yeah, always is. We just got off the road with Slayer and Rob Zombie in the U.S. and then came out and did this festival. So yeah, we're out doing stuff.
Awesome. And would you say this has been kind of one of your highlights so far, being in the band?
Oh, I mean, every festival is a great highlight. I mean, it's a bigger crowd than it's a bigger crowd than we can get in front of by ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's cool when everybody, bands together and, can bring all these people out to see all the bands. It's, it's just good for everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And I mean, in terms of like coming to a festival and performing, you always tend to pick up sort of new fans and things like that. So that must be quite, rather than having people coming out just to see you.
Right. I mean, it's, one of the reasons we do this is to get out in front of people who've never seen Exodus before and, get them to come out, the next time. And I mean, we just did a signing here in the tent after our set. And I mean, 9 or 10 of the kids that were getting our autographs said they'd never seen us before, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's exactly what we do it for. Yeah.
That's awesome. And if you were to have any advice to give to any unsigned bands that are up and coming on the scene, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Well, I mean, just do what you like. You know what I mean? If you end up chasing a trend too much, you're never going to catch it. You know, you have to kind of you have to shoot ahead of any trend. So the best thing to do is just be yourself and just play what actually comes out of you. You know what I mean? Because if you try to do something, it'll suck. So.
Well, thank you very much for talking to Onslaught Radio.
Yeah, no problem. It was great.